Good morning. Good morning and welcome back to a new school year, Mentor Public Schools. I'm honored to be here today as we get ready to launch the 2018-2019 school year. Before I begin, I just want to let you know Ron Clark is a tough act to follow, and I'm not gonna dance up here. I'm not gonna climb out into the seats, and you won't need any spit guards in these first few rows. So we should be okay. And you look great in the new t-shirts. Thank you for wearing those today. We have a great group of educators and staff members here in Mentor, and I want to start today, as we usually do, by introducing the newest members of our team. Please come up on stage here with us as I call your name, and let's give them a round of applause as they come up. Vince Austin, English at Mentor High School. Thanks, Vince. Lindsay Burtis from grade 5 at Ridge Elementary. Congratulations, Lindsay. Nicole Braskowski, Intervention Specialist at CARES. Emily Clark, Intervention Specialist at CARES. Congratulations. Jacqueline Colton, School Psychologist at Hopkins and Orchard Hollow. Shelby Guy, Intervention Specialist at Orchard Hollow. Jessica Wren, Intervention Specialist, Orchard Hollow. Chelsea Lanise, Intervention Specialist at CARES. Sherry Magistrelli, grade 4, Lake Elementary. Crystal Namick, Intervention Specialist, Shore and Memorial. Sandra Newell, grade 3, Fairfax Elementary. Laura Pencava, English at Shore and Memorial. Abigail Robinson, Speech Language Pathologist at CARES. Chelsea Sadlick, Kindergarten, Fairfax. Wow. Catherine Schindler, French at Shore Middle School and Mentor High. Courtney Swihart, Intervention Specialist, CARES. Alicia Williams, Family Consumer Science at Mentor High, Memorial, and Shore. And we can't forget our new administrators. Lori Hoynes, Principal, Lake Elementary. Welcome. And Jeremy Rothstein, Unit 10 Principal, Mentor High School. We want to thank our new teachers and administrators for being such good sports joining me here on stage. Many of you have had to do that over the years, so you know this isn't easy. We want to wish them a great year and a great start to their careers in Mentor schools. Let's give them one more round of applause as they head back to their seats. Thank you. They're glad that is over. But we still have a little more celebrating to do this morning. I would like to, at this time, introduce this year's Excellence in Teaching recipients. They'll be officially recognized at tonight's Board of Education meeting, but I'd like to give them a shout out here anyway this morning. So please stand at your seats and be recognized when I call your name. Bethany Parker, Fairfax Elementary. Jennifer Sanford, Orchard Hollow Elementary. Lisa Sterner, Lake Elementary. And Ron Wood, Shore Middle School. And for the first time, we have the new Excellence in Team Collaboration Award, which was introduced. Bellflower's First Grade PLC. Let's recognize Ashley Howe, Danielle Cordero, Amy Pasco, and Janet DeToda. Thank you. Congratulations to that team as well. And even though our classified staff members are not here today, because their opening is tomorrow, I would like to share with you the Outstanding Service Award winners for this year, and if they're from your school, we can give them a good round of applause anyway. Rick Hungerford from Shore Middle School. Wendy Kraft from Bellflower. Nancy Leonard from our administration building. Cindy Lutheran, Menor High School. Teresa Sherry from Lake. And Don Uline from Brentmore, now Ridge. And we introduced that same Team Collaboration Award for the classified staff this year, and that went to the Cardinal Lab team from Menor High School for the 17-18 school year. That's Valerie Friedman, Emily Horn, Tammy Leomas, and Wendy McMahon. And the MD units from Memorial Middle School. That would be Anna Hill, Aaron Kuzmiak, and Tina Sullivan. Let's give one final round of applause for all of these award winners. So they will all be recognized this evening, and that will be a good event. Before we shift our focus toward a new school year, I do want to reflect just a little bit about last year. And luckily, everything was smooth sailing, like the 8th grade trip to DC. All kidding aside, we did have a lot of challenges to navigate. And what I love about our district team is that we are particularly good when the going gets tough. We find ways to do whatever it takes to get the very best outcome for our students. The reason I bring up the 8th grade trip is because it turned out to be an incredible display of teamwork for us. It was adaptability, it was demonstration of our dedication to our students, not to mention a demonstration of the generosity of our own community. We certainly ended up with some happy students.
We got bummed out and we were all disappointed, but then to have a surprise like this, we all kind of came together and were able to experience something together.
It's very exciting to hear that all this stuff is happening to make us feel better about, the loss that we had, but overall I think it's going to be a lot better of a year because of this.
It was really nice to know that someone felt that in their heart to give us something in return for us getting our trip taken away. So it was really nice to know that someone had that kind in their heart.
Thank you to everyone who helped to make that work. That was a team effort. On the topic of challenges, perhaps the biggest challenge we faced last year was the creation of our facilities management plan and the significant changes it brought to our district. Last year, I challenged you here on opening day to get out of your comfort zone. Well, I can certainly understand how these changes pushed a lot of us out of our comfort zone. But the staff members affected have handled it with such grace. You have been exceptionally patient, open to the changes, and so helpful with students, parents, and each other to ease these transitions. I'm so appreciative for that. Often, being taken out of our comfort zone will make us that much stronger as professionals and as individuals. This facilities management plan came as part of our district strategic plan that we worked on as a community to update last year for the first time since 2012. I think it's important that all members of our staff know the new mission, vision, and strategic plan that guide us. So I want to take a moment to go over the overarching ideas with you. The new mission of Mentor Schools is inspiring students today to reach their potential tomorrow. It's short, it's simple, it's what we do. We'll make that happen by following the goals of our updated vision statement, which read, and notice all of these begin with together. Together we will ensure a safe learning environment. That's our number one priority, not just for our students, but for our staff as well. We're going to provide a balanced, high-quality education. That's the reason we exist. It's why we're here. It speaks to our mission so directly. We're going to maximize district resources. We cannot do our good work without proper resources. And we're going to encourage strong community partnerships. And while we can try to do it alone, partnering with the community makes us that much stronger. Additionally, the slogan of our new ABCs of Mentor Schools, or adapting, balancing, collaborating, will be essential to us reaching our goals. We'll need to continue to adapt to this fast-paced world around us by balancing the innovation with the tradition. And our best work happens when we collaborate. To me, an effective strategic plan is developed with input from all stakeholders. So on the screen, you are seeing 4 different task forces in action working on creating goals underneath the umbrella of our district's top priorities: safety, education, resources, and community partnerships. Let's begin with safety. It is, again, absolutely our number one priority to provide a safe learning environment where students can grow academically, socially, and emotionally. We'll continue with our ALICE training protocols and programs such as Rachel's Challenge, our focus on mental health issues with the guidance of our own experts on staff, along with those from Crossroads, and more. Speaking of Crossroads, you have shared with us your ongoing concerns about more students and families needing mental health supports. In response, we have worked with Crossroads to expand their presence in the district this year. For the first time, all schools will have access to Crossroads services, and several buildings who had Crossroads services and support last year will have extended opportunities this year. We're pleased to have this added support as we recognize this is not just a challenge here in Mentor, but it's a challenge across the state and nationally as well that we must address. But as you know, we are also continuing to add other safety initiatives. Just last week, we held a tabletop safety exercise with Mentor's police and fire forces, along with 80 of our own staff members. The drill described an active shooter situation in one of our schools, and participants in that made real-time decisions about how we would need to react to each detail of this simulation. It's an awful thought that we need to be prepared for this type of violence in schools, but unfortunately, we must be ready. Besides this preparation, our strong community partnerships are vital to protecting our students and staff the best we can.
You know, there's hundreds of hours that we have spent meeting together and working together, and that relationship is so vital to us. So just like the relationship that I have with the colleagues when we have emergency events in the community, coming together to manage it together and to help each other, to me, is the key to success. And that's also pre-event. That's the planning that we put together to prevent school emergencies. So again, I want to thank the schools for that relationship and their commitment to safety, and all of you.
We are now continuing the planning of even more sophisticated drills, and many of these will include our own students and that will be conducted in the near future. Also new this year, we're getting involved for the first time with the Sandy Hook Promise. Like Olveus and Rachel's Challenge, this supplemental program, which has components for both students and staff, helps us to identify research-based red flag signs for any students in our midst who are at risk to committing school violence, and warning signs for students that are high risk for suicide. This newest information can only strengthen our own ability to protect our students and our own staff members. I must also mention that our Mentor Police and Fire departments have graciously given hours of their time this summer to conduct extensive safety assessments of every single one of our buildings. And those have been accompanied by Mrs. Skulski or Mr. Kolar, as well as the principals and head custodians in our buildings. And this has helped to identify each building's strengths as well as potential areas of need. This includes both inside the building and outside the building. This will help us to immensely, much more, protect and prioritize the physical safety measures that we need to be in our plans and on what timeline. We are so grateful for this joint effort with police and fire to make us even safer.
Most of us are all parents, and we all have children either in this school system or other school systems. And, you know, we're stakeholders in that, and we want our school system to be safe, just as anybody else does.
The next portion of the strategic plan I'd like to highlight is the educational component. And I know this is right in your wheelhouse. This is what you do every day. As you know, innovative instructional practices have been a major focus for us for the last several years. I could talk about this topic for hours, and I'm sure you could too, because what I see happening in our classrooms is simply amazing. The real-world, hands-on learning and skills our students are getting through the project-based learning is very impressive. So is the creativity you are displaying in producing the PBL assignments. We're not just creating good test takers in Mentor. Don't get me wrong. It's great to see high student achievement on the state tests too, but there's so much more. I see our students highly engaged in your classrooms, and that's so important for producing the lifelong learners.
Well, I've worked on a lot of projects by myself, but this is probably the 33rd or 4th team project I've ever done. It's sometimes a lot easier because it takes some of the stress off, because there's multiple people helping.
My favorite part of STEM is that you can be creative and there's not many rules of what you can do. We use more technology, and it's not just building. There's more like science involved with it, so it's more like hands-on learning.
Now, our STEAM curriculum hits every grade level in Mentor schools, and we're working to get more makerspace opportunities in every building. I love hearing stories from you that your students are learning to persevere when something doesn't work that first time. Why didn't it work? What can they do differently? Well, you encourage them to try it again and find success. And how about your own learning? So many of you were here over the summer taking advantage of professional learning opportunities, including workshops on critical math content, personalized learning, project-based learning, managing hard-to-reach students, just to name a few. A topic that we will have a big focus on across the district this year is digital citizenship. I know you've already been talking to students and incorporating lessons about being good online citizens and leaving a positive digital footprint for years. But we can do more to encourage our students to make good choices online. I'll explain more about your digital citizenship coursework today in just a few minutes. Dozens of our students were also on campus over the summer, attending an array of different camp opportunities. From cooking with cards, to 3D design, to music, to athletics, there was definitely something for everyone to enjoy. Even a famous alumnus came back to take to town for a Mentor Schools camp.
I love bringing people back to my hometown because it means so much to me. And when you come back here, you kind of see why I am who I am. And this place really molded me into the person I am today. And I just love bringing people back because it's a fun place to be. So we got a beautiful day, beautiful weather in Mentor, Ohio, and day 2 of camp went really well. And I hope the kids are having as much fun as I am.
What a great role model for our young people. The next strategic plan component is our resources. When we talk about resources, we're not just talking about funding, but all of our resources, buildings, people, and more. We're committed to being good stewards of our community's tax dollars, and that includes taking care of our own assets. Over the summer, many of our employees were very busy completing permanent improvement projects at every single building in the district. They took on and tackled a really impressive list again this year, including everything from cleaning and painting to paving and roofing to windows, lighting, and more. At Shore Middle School, we made a significant upgrade to the building by creating a new front entrance. Visitors will no longer enter the building through the side entrance, which was being used as the main entrance at Shore for decades. The new entrance will enhance safety for both students and staff. And the biggest project that happened out of the Business Operations Office this summer, as you know, is transforming Ridge Middle School into Ridge Elementary. Crews worked around the clock to get this project done in such a short time period. And the building is looking fantastic. It's ready this Thursday to welcome its new team of teachers and students to a new school year. Also, under our resources umbrella, I do want to mention the Auditor of State paid a visit to Mentor Schools to award the district with its 8th consecutive perfect audit for demonstrating our transparency to the community through clean, accountable reporting of tax dollar spending.
The fact of the matter is, only about 5% of the entities that we audit earn the Auditor's Award with distinction. To put it in education speak, y'all are performing at the 95th percentile when it comes to your financial bookkeeping.
The community partnerships component is the final one for us to cover today and is vital to the success of all the other components we just talked about. Strong partnerships and community support means opportunities for our students. For example, through our partnership with Lake Health, you all now have discounted access to wellness activities at the Mentor Live Healthy Center. Some of our students are getting real-world hands-on experiences through internships with medical professionals. And our 90-plus student swimmers no longer have to drive out to Geneva every single day for practice.
It's great that we have this partnership with Lake Health because my first 3 years on the swim team, we went out to Spire every day and we didn't get home until almost 8 o'clock, and it was really hard to keep up with my workload being an honors and CCP student. It was so hard to get all my homework done and practice every day. So now that we're here at the new pool, we get home almost 2 hours earlier than we used to, and it's so much greater. It allows for us to focus so much more on our training and then also be able to balance the academic aspect of school. And it's just a great experience. I enjoy it a lot.
Another great spokesperson for Mentor Schools. Similarly, we've teamed up with the Mentor Public Library, and they will staff and operate our own hub on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. throughout the year to open such a great resource to our community, available for all ages. That just shows how our schools can serve everyone, even beyond our 7,500 students. A lot of students, though, tell us they are planning to take advantage of the opportunity to study at the hub in the evenings as well. Another great example of community partnership that is expanding this year is the Cardinal Closet. This is a place where students who are in need can come to get clothing, school supplies, new toiletry products, and more at no cost to them. And this is in thanks to your generous donations. The closet is advertised through referral by our own staff members only and is run by the Mentor High School Work-Study Program.
We have programming at the high school level that provides vocational training for our students with disabilities. The Cardinal Closet is giving them the opportunity to practice retail employability skills so that they can go out after they graduate and get jobs in the area.
The generosity you all have shown already to the Cardinal Closet has been wonderful. Thank you. Donations are taken at the Mentor High School main office Monday through Friday from 8 to 3 p.m. I hope you know, climate and culture is very important to me. We should all be experiencing a positive working environment each and every day in our schools. To make sure I have a good gauge on that, I also plan this year to implement a series of surveys over the next 3 years, actually, that will help us to provide quality feedback about how we're doing. More on that will be coming in the future. So now you've heard from me for a good portion of the morning, but I want to have you have the opportunity to hear from our most important folks, and that's our students, who value all of you tremendously. What better way to kick off the school year than to hear straight from them? Students, if you would come up and join me, please, on stage. So ideally, we would have liked to have had all 7,500 students up here, but we weren't going to be able to pull that off this morning. But we have a representative from each grade level. So we'll start things off, but we want you to know, for them, what educators mean to them.
Hi, my name is Sam Bosselman, and I am a senior this year. As teachers, sometimes it may feel as though the students you are teaching may not be listening to all that you say and all of the valuable lessons that you have to offer. However, even though it may seem like we aren't listening, we are, and we take all that we have learned from you to heart. And the impact you have on our lives will continue to change them for the better to make our lives the best they can be throughout our lives during school and after high school. Thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for all of your students.
Hello, my name is Varney Spencer, and I'm a junior. Teachers provide many opportunities for my future. Teachers know that we use what we learned today to accomplish our goals in the future. I'm thankful for my teachers at Mentor High because I realize that education is prized around the world, and we have a great collection of teachers right here in this room. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gwen Oltmans, and I'm going to be a sophomore here at Mentor High. As a student, one of my favorite characteristics about teachers is when a teacher puts time and effort into making their lesson fun, but in a creative way to help a student remember a subject. I also appreciate when teachers do their best to make sure that every student is up to par here at Mentor.
Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Panhorst and I'll be a freshman here at Mentor High. Mentor Schools has done so much for my family and I. I moved here in 3rd grade to come to this amazing school district. It's been an extraordinary athletic and academic program for me to help me further my abilities on and off the field. I want to thank my 6th grade math teacher, Mrs. Yersi, for making such an enormous impact on my life. I look forward to seeing her every single day. You could tell how dedicated she was to us and that she cared with everything she did. It made my classmates and I actually have a passion for wanting to learn. I look forward to using the skills I've gained in the past 6 years in the district to make myself ready for high school.
Hello, I'm Owen. The teachers that helped me the most have been nice and funny, telling stories about things that make us understand subjects more. They make sure we get our work done and make learning enjoyable.
Hi, I'm Taylor Bosselman, and this is my twin Olivia Bosselman, and we are going into 7th grade. As identical twins, we are often clumped together, which makes excelling difficult for both of us, because we have different styles of learning. Throughout our years at Mentor, all the teachers have made an effort to help us excel as individuals. This has such a difference to help each each of us excel individually into being the best we can be. Thank you for all that you have done to make us as individuals continue to reach our full potential.
Hello, my name is Sophia Barbins. Teachers have helped me grow as a person and to make my world bigger. Teachers have helped me to come out of my shell and express myself. I feel that without good teachers, students wouldn't live up to their full potential.
Hello, my name is Patrick Schutt. The teachers at Bellflower have helped me in several ways. They have encouraged me and supported me throughout the years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alexis Godek. Through the years, my teachers have guided and helped me learn and grow. My teachers have prepared me in fun ways for tests and all other challenges, like the 3rd grade air test. My teachers challenged me in class with special activities and helped me learn beyond my grade levels. I love my teachers because they make me feel special in many ways and show they care about me.
Hi, my name is Alex Alfie, and I go to Orchard Hollow Elementary School. And teachers are Teachers are important to me because they teach you things like when you make a mistake, your brain grows bigger. Last year, my teacher, Miss Olin, taught me that when I made a mistake. If we did not have teachers, I wouldn't be able to learn and be able to learn and really be challenged. Have a great year, teachers.
Hello, my name is Haley Godek. Teachers help us learn while having fun. They get a classroom special for us before school starts. They do things after school like bingo and sports night. Even the principal, Miss Haddo, plays soccer with me. I don't just like school, I love school.
Hello, my name is Riley. I go to Hawkins Elementary.
So one of the things Riley wanted to say is that teaching is really fun and teachers make her happy. She likes it when she can sit in the front row and when the teacher reads books. School is important to her because of learning and friends. She's so excited for school to start and she can't wait to meet new people and learn about school, right?
Hi, my name's Haley. I'm going to kindergarten, and I can't wait to meet my teachers and friends. Have a great year.
It's very tough to get a standing ovation from these guys. So that's very special. And the reason they just gave you a standing ovation is not only did you guys have outstanding compliments for them and ideas, but they all want you in their classes this year. So they're going to fight over having you on their roster this year. Thank you, students, and you can return to your seats. Thank you so much. We certainly want to thank these students for giving up some time in their final days of summer to join us for the start. I am also appreciative of their parents for bringing them to be with us today. So thank you, parents, as well. And also, some important schedule information for today. Last year, we had some additional guest speakers who followed me with some key ideas and professional development. Today, our structure is a little bit different. In a few moments, you will actually return directly to your buildings for meetings with your principals. At those meetings, among other things, they will share with you a 5-minute video from me that will explain our obligation to helping our students, grades K through 12, with their own digital citizenship. The quick video you'll see will explain how you can access online learning later today, sort of blended learning, if you will, later today, to find out how we will embed digital citizenship lessons with our students in an ongoing way throughout the school year. It is no longer the job of just one teacher or one subject to teach the digital citizenship. All of us have a role in making sure our students have the skills and knowledge they need to navigate the ever-changing digital world. In advance of this, I want to thank you for your commitment to helping with this key initiative of digital citizenship. I also promised that MTA Vice President, Mr. Greg Lowry, could have a quick moment to share a very powerful, creative idea as well today. If Greg is here.
Not like following after the little kids. He said I get to speak, and then he puts me on after this. I just want to come up and give you a quick reminder, a couple things in date-wise, and the positive thing when a lot of you see me, you're like, oh, here comes contract negotiations or anything like that. We are on the second year of a third-year contract, so nothing about contract negotiations or elections or anything like that. I just want to remind you a couple dates. We're trying to be proactive as we talk about partnerships in the community and our role. There are 540 of us roughly in this room that are all part of a partnership, as Mr. Porter says, with not only the community but administration and making this a great place to work. So a reminder, this Saturday we have our captain's game. I know some of you may not have checked email in the last week or so. We need kind of final numbers for that. So if you're interested, last year we had a couple hundred people go to the captain games. We're paying for tickets and food for everybody. We need a number by today, so nothing like putting you under the gun, but we need to get that number to them. Also next week, City Fest, we march in the City Fest parade. It'd be nice to see we actually march with administration and board members as one group, as a community of our schools. So we'd like to, and bring your family as well. We'd like to get as many people out for that as we can. I know everybody has busy schedules, me including with 4 children. So if we can get as many people out next week for City Fest. In the spring, we also have our bowling event we've done. This will be our 3rd annual bowling event where we have down over here off 306 where we pay for the bowling for families. And everything's about families, including this weekend, as I said, with the captain's game. That's all your family included as well, and children. So we're trying to build, again, relationships in the community, relationships with each other, remembering that we are, again, together as a union. We are the union in this room, not just me. I always get labeled as the union guy, but it's the union people. You are the union. I just represent you and try to do the best job I can to make this a great place to work. Along that line, we did not do elections for MTA because of the building displacements. So as we move into the first part of the year, we need people to represent us. We meet 8 times a year for Rep Council, once a month to come in. Please feel free. Those are open meetings, but we also need elected people in buildings to be building reps for us. And the final thing is we always seem to come to the community for support when it's levy time or when it's elections for school board. We thought we'd be a little proactive. We actually asked you guys to make signs for us, and I know some of them have been showing up here. They're not all in. We only have 300 of them in here. So if we could do me a favor, elementary and middle school, since I don't see you, and it's harder maybe to get the signs out, there are 300 of them out in the hallway, and the other 300 are supposed to be here today or tomorrow. So if you could take one, if you live in the Mentor community. If you don't, we're going to give them to classified staff tomorrow. and try to get these out. And this is just a policy message for us, because I feel like the only time we ever ask for community support is when we want to levy, or if we're trying to push school board elections, or we look at it as time when we're in need is the only time we actually try to be proactive. So we were just trying to have a little fun and try to start. And thank you to the two of you that actually, Allison Spisak and Kirsten Dickerson, were the 2 award winners. We asked you guys to make the signs, and they're showing up as we go. Thank you to the 2 of them who actually came through. And again, this is just a positive message that we can be proactive in the community to say that this is all a partnership, that we're a team here and we're all here for the betterment of the kids, and have a great school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lowry, and we really do, and echo what he mentioned, we do very much value our relationship with the Mentor Teachers Association, so thank you. I want to thank all of you for your attention here this morning. We want to wish you a great rest of the day and a great start to your school year this Thursday. Have a great day. Thank you.